All right. So you guys ride north for 2 days in the Hithlad, which is the sort of the evergreeny, sparse evergreen rolling hill forest, and you come into a region of the Etten Moors. It's kind of central Etten Moorish, where the River Horwell branches out around an area of land. And on this land, this little island in the middle of the river, there's an old fortress there. So Tol Ascarnen appears to be an ancient fortress. Now the ruins of this once great fortress sits in the middle of the of the Hordale Island in the Etten Moors. The River Horwell runs on all sides of this land, and there are bridges to the south and to the west of the fortress. And you guys sort of approach the southern entrance, and you see soldiers kind of on this sort of these two elevated platforms, which looks they were like gatehouses originally, but they're not even looking out to the road now. They're looking towards the fortress, and you see sort of like a captain looking guy and another soldier sort of looking towards the fortress. And they have these two ballistae, these big crossbows sitting across the river.
Is there any lore on as to why the bridge looks like a dick?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I literally have to draw the line of color.
It's the infamous Bridge of Dick and Bone.
Raised his great penis.
As we draw close, Riken pipes up and says, "Ho there! Why are you guarding this dick?"
The dick must be protected at all costs.
I don't think they're guarding the dick. I think they're guarding these nuts.
All right, back on topic.
Very few people in this land are friendly.
Okay.
But we already called out to them. So what did they say?
What did you say to them? I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I just sort of called out to them faintly, to the guy closest to us. What are they guarding from? What are they doing? They look like they're intent on something.
So you guys approach, and this captain, after you call out to him, he sort of comes, and he's actually an elf. So he comes up and he introduces himself as, how did you pronounce that, Marco? That was a better pronunciation than I would have done.
Linevel.
Linevel. Have you come as reinforcements? Why have you come this far north? So when you mention the specifics of your mission, he says, then you are most welcome here. So I'll just cut right to the chase. Basically, he tells you that this city is hotly contested between the soldiers of Angmar and the Coldfell Guardians, who sort of guard this region, and the Coldfells, which is the forest kind of to the east, right in front of on both sides of the river, but mostly leading up to the mountains, to the Misty Mountains. And he's assembled this group basically to sort of retake this area. He said, but he met a group of rangers that had come through this area to stop a group of pirates, of some Umbarian pirates, and he actually saw these pirates pass through the region, and before the rangers could accost them, the Angmarian soldiers basically sort of took over the city, captured one of the rangers, and now they're sort of blocking. The way to follow these pirates.
So we have Angmarians that are blocking our path to wherever the pirates have gone,
and they've taken sort of basically the ranger in charge of.
Who was the ranger? Does Linvel know? Linedell,
yeah, he knows. He says, perhaps you've heard of him. His name is Halbarad.
Shit. My bed. Yeah, we gotta get that guy back. He shows up in the book, so if we don't, we're screwed.
All right. I mean, it seems like this is our path anyway. So, I ask if there's any way we can support them. Is there any way we can help them?
Well, he says that they have they're basically like, you guys are kind of dodging ballista shots as you're talking. They're like, we have a majority of our forces here in the trees, that are prepared to come out if we can take this gate. But there is a gate to the west that hasn't been contested. If you wanted to sort of sneak in that way, if you can, that would be very useful, and we'll basically sort of meet you in the middle.
All right.
So we kind of pull their forces to the side by attacking from the west. Got it.
And at that moment, a shrill sound is echoed through, sort of echoes off of the water and the walls of the fortress. You see this
Oh Jesus!
flying over the city.
Is it just the beast, or is there anything not riding it?
Just the beast.
Okay.
And for
I
those of
would
you,
know instantly what that is, right? Because of the shadow lore.
let's do We'll do a shadow lore check.
All right. I also have Shadow Lore, so I can.
Yeah, so both of you do that check.
All right.
So Marco knows of these creatures, but instantly. You know of these creatures. You know they're from basically the Angmar region, the mountains. And you know that based on the size of this one, that this is a young fell beast.
England would probably be like, well, they have a fell beast, but luckily it's a younger one, and there appears to be only one. He says, you've got to like those odds, really.
And so the fell beast right now is just kind of circling the city.
All right. So I think we should try to be somewhat sneaky about this.
Is there any way any of us get across the bridge without being seen from above?
Where Tessero comes in.
Yeah,
That's what I was wondering.
Tessero kind of has like a permanent like red tinge to his skin. By the way,
He probably doesn't even care.
he will never eat potatoes again.
Yeah. Okay. So Tessero volunteers to sneak across the bridge.
I'll say you can make it all the way across the bridge. I won't make you do more than one roll with that crit. So I'll say that there's some. Let's say it's morning, and let's say there's some morning mist rising off of the water, and so it's a little misty. You obviously can't hide in plain sight generally, but because of the mist, you kind of hid all the way across the bridge, and now you're sort of standing right at the gate, and soldiers aren't looking down because they didn't think anyone sort of crossed in front of them.
All right, now that he's over there, what are we gonna do?
You guys can dash, but I'm gonna have, unless you crit, I'll have everybody do 2 stealth checks to get across the bridge unseen.
You said the gate wasn't locked, right? So...
No, the gate is locked.
Okay, so maybe we should distract these guys while Max tries to open the gate. Is there like a lock, or is it just like a...
Yeah, there's an old lock.
Alright. Tessero cracks his knuckles very quietly.
All right, so
Roll perception.
That was probably not the best idea, but I have to
before we blow it though, we have a chance to potentially stealth our way across the bridge. Would it be better for some of us to be over there with him in case he gets in their shit?
I can start making my way across.
All right, so you guys are about halfway across the bridge.
Does the 13 get me across?
Anglin trips. So you see this guard looks right at Anglin. You don't think that he sees the rest of you.
We're like in a cloud of
Does
mist.
Does an 18 get me the rest of the way across?
Yeah, yep.
Alright, I make it.
So go ahead and roll again for the rest of the way. The dwarf made it.
Clearly see me.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, he rolled a crit on his perception.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
gotcha.
also rolled a 13 too, so.
Well, I just wanted to make sure, like, he didn't, like, see something and not sure what it was,
Start,
you know?
start barking.
No, he's
Woof, woof.
gonna attack.
Woof, woof, woof.
I'm gonna start trying to pick the lock.
Did the C-3PO, hey, I say, you, over here!
I'm actually gonna stay on the bridge with Anglin, and maybe in hopes to give these guys more than one target if they start going after him. Or
Okay.
if I can aid him in some way.
You don't think they've seen you yet.
Yeah.
Well, so we give Tessero 2 lockpick attempts. You hear a click, just a tiny click burn. You see him get the gate open.
Woohoo! Let's go.
Everybody except for Anglin.
Oh my.
So, which guy saw England?
Guy on the south side. He says, "Who goes there?"
Alright, I shoot him.
All right.
I'm gonna pull off a shot right after you two.
Can I shoot as well?
Sure. Folks, everybody hit. All right, 25 damage. All right, you hear gurgling.
He hears like 2 twangs just come out of there, or 3 come out of the mist. I'm just gonna keep step with Anglin because I figure we gotta resolve this situation with him being behind.
So did you guys? Are you trying to stealth? I had said you could go ahead and do that second.
All right, let's stealth it again.
You think maybe Anglin and Riken have been spotted?
But I think I'm hanging back with them, so
Alright.
sure that they get across okay.
Alright, well, let's go through this. We'll go through this now. We can start. So Paradeer goes first. Alright. 17.
Bring it down, Legolas.
17's going to hit, and that's 11 damage.
Yep.
Alright, so you definitely hit something up there. It's his turn now, and he's going to fire back.
Who is he hitting?
You.
Okay.
He basically fired right back. So, Faraday, you're hit for 7 damage.
Okay.
And you have this big ballista bolt sticking out of you.
I rip it out.
3 extra damage,
You
bleeding
take
out.
bleed damage.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna snap off another shot at this guy.
Alright.
Wait.
18, yeah, 18 will hit.
Yep.
8 damage. Alright.
He's
You hear another thud. You hear him loading.
Okay, shit.
A log.
Yep. Oof. Alright, so you see this guy fall down in this dead. Like Tessero's like so excited, he opens the gate, and this dead guy falls right in front of him. He's like, shit!
Alright.
Are in the city.
I can see this like look of triumph on his face as he turns around. He's like, "I opened the gate!" Splat.
So it's kind of dark in here. It's still early morning, so the sun hasn't really fully come up. There's lots of holes in the walls and the ceilings, but for the most part, you're shielded from elements, and the sunlight really doesn't penetrate too well. So the dwarf and the elf can see. You don't see any.
Don't see anything, you said?
No, nothing in view.
Okay. Can we do a perception check?
Yeah. Let's go. You can basically come inside that little square area inside, and I'll have you guys can do perceptions. And roll one more time. Roll a d20 for Bear because this is scent based. All right. Well, you see him like smelling the air, like he smells something foul. Mm-hmm. And Marco, you actually hear some rubble down the hallway in front of you. So don't move too much. Let's do turn order now. New turn order. All right. So Anglin, you go first. I'm guessing probably Faraday shares with you like one of these points down the hall.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready an attack. If anything pops out, I'm gonna loose an arrow.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna start making my way down the hallway as quietly as possible.
All right. You see another soldier, and he's actually heading the other direction.
Oh, he is?
Oh shit.
I mean, he's not moving, but he's turned that way.
Oh okay.
Alright, so...
I mean, he knows. You think like he saw the gate open, and you think maybe he heard something, and he's basically he's in like the running motion, like he's heading down the hallway.
Hit him.
Take him down, Legolas!
Bring him down!
Alright. I'm gonna shoot and then move as close to him as I can.
Okay.
So 30, right?
You could dash probably and get to him.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't be able to shoot him, and that's more fun.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll shoot him.
All right, go ahead. That is going to miss, my friend, and you lost inspiration.
Sad.
Ooh.
So an arrow goes sailing by him and hits the wall, and he's going to take off as quickly as he can now. It's his turn, and he is going to dash away from you. Now it's Tessero's turn.
Okay, Tessero's gonna try and dash Can I attack him after I dash?
He's a treasure hunter, so he
Treasure hunter.
dash with bonus
Cunning
action.
action.
That's right, you are a rogue. So you're basically at the top of the stairs. And at that point, you see there's a soldier right underneath of you, looking up at you, and he's wielding an axe.
And it's about to chop your leg off.
All right, Burn. Spriggs, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Well, I guess I'm just gonna move.
Okay.
Direction. I'm guessing he made a noise when he got there, realizing there was somebody watching.
Yeah.
So I can get to like right there.
Okay. Riken?
I'm gonna dash, which puts me. Let me see. Measure it again real quick. Right about there. Do we have any idea what Bear's movement speed is? I have to look it up.
Disregard this roll.
I think it was like 40,
Let's say
wasn't
40.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, let's say 40.
Okay. Well, then he's definitely gonna catch up to me. Keep up with me.
He can go 80. Right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Might as well let him go all the way.
At the base of the stairs, I'm going to say he's going to swipe at your ankles. The stairs probably, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 feet high. So he's gonna take like an awkward. He'll have disadvantage with his 2 attacks. But he did hit you with the first one. He does 4 points of damage to you, Tessero.
Angolan's gonna dash as well. Wow.
Faradir?
So this is one movement. From here, can I see the guy that took a shot at Tessero?
Sure. Why not? You probably have limited cover, probably have disadvantage on this shot. So if you still have advantage, it cancels.
So you only hit me once, right?
Well, Tessero is standing right in front of him. So and he's at the base of the stair or this 5 foot drop. So yeah, I'd say disadvantage unless you still have advantage.
Yeah, it counts like cover.
Yeah.
Trick shot between the legs into the eye.
Do you still have advantage?
No.
Okay, so this would be disadvantage on this shot.
Yeah, we're going for it.
All right.
I still have advantage.
If you crit fail, you're gonna hit. Okay, I was gonna say you're gonna hit Tessero.
Oh God, that'd have been so much better.
All right, you miss. So this guy, you lose sight of him. Are you guys gonna continue to chase him, or?
I'll deal with this guy first. I don't know.
All right, Tessero, guy's right in front of you.
Okay. I can't reach him though with my broadsword, can I?
Yeah, I'll say you could swipe down at him. You have a little elevated advantage is a little better than trying to swing an axe above your head, so you won't have disadvantage.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna stab downwards.
Hold on a second.
Go ground again. I have the high ground.
You guys had your bows out, right? So to switch weapons now would take unless you dropped your bow.
Drop it.
I
Yeah.
don't think Tessero ever pulled his bow out, though.
Tessero never did?
No.
No, Tessero unlocked the gate, and that's all he's done so far.
Okay, awesome. Sweet. Go ahead and do your attack then.
I'm attacking downward stab.
Alright. Do you have advantage still or no?
I do.
In that case, you're going to hit.
Nice.
Alright, extra 7 damage. So somehow you managed to still surprise him. So he took a shot. He sticks his axe in your leg, and you just chop him on the head, right?
Yeah, I stabbed downwards on his head.
Alright, you poke at his eye.
He just didn't expect a hobbit to be so.
Yeah, a hobbit stabbed me. How could you?
He had plans of chopping both your legs off, I think.
Why does this hobbit have a sharp weapon?
Raken.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna dash into the room with Burn. See what we got here.
All right, go ahead and spread yourselves out a little bit if you want to sort of make room for people.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I mean,
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna end up down here on the bottom anyway. Shit, I should have jumped over the railing and see if I could attack that guy with some sort of crazy business.
I'm gonna try and kick him into the wall.
Well,
Nice.
did you dash, Raken?
I did.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to attack.
I don't think I needed to. That's the problem.
Yeah, could I just so I'm dashing.
Oh, I did.
Can I just flip myself over the thing and try and grab onto him?
Definitely, I'll let you do that. So, oh god, all right. So we'll need an athletics or an acrobatics check from you. you might get damaged on this. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, it's worth it.
This is what I'd like to encourage in a no magic campaign.
Yeah, absolutely.
Antics.
The nerdy book guy just flipped out. Did like the nerd scream and like ran at the guy like.
Oh my god, you did it! All right, what did you do?
I wanted to try and kick him or pin him up against the wall or something when I land on him.
I see you running and like baseball sliding across the stone, like kicking him in the face as you go off the ledge.
So did you dash though? You dashed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't actually attack him, but you could knock him down. But also possibly will give disadvantage on his next attack. All right, you knocked him down. So you want to describe it?
Yeah, so Angelin is just sees everybody up ahead of him, and he's just kind of like, all right, I'm getting tired of this. So he just kind of takes off, and he's a goofy dude, but he's still an elf, so he's pretty dexterous. So he's kind of gliding through people, and you just see him step around his companions here, and just kind of slides off of the edge and lands on him, and kind of springs himself back and lands on his feet, kind of knocking the guy off balance.
So as he's throws you off, and as he's trying to swing at you, I'll say he throws his axe down the hall. And it basically slides right to Riken, to the back of Riken's heel.
Burn ducks. Holy shit! Did you see that?
Angelin turns and looks at Riken and smiles and puts a thumb up.
Yeah, I did it.
Okay, so there's no way I could take my swords out without dropping my bow?
Correct.
I'll move. Okay, so I want to move from here to here by running past Tessero on the left side and jumping midair. Take a shot at this guy and land here.
All right, we'll do. You're jumping and doing this.
Well, I'll take the shot right before I jump off the ledge.
All right, go for it.
Make past Tessero so I have a cleaner shot.
Oof, and you do 7 damage.
Yep.
All right, you get him in right through the quad. It sticks out the back. He sort of kind of almost goes down on one knee. So Faraday, you see down the hallway, you see the southern gate, and there's only 2 guards manning the gate.
Okay. Do they see us?
No, they're focused on the Coldfell army that's down on the other side of the river.
Tessero is going to he's gonna jump down with his broadsword and give out a big cry.
His broadsword?
Yeah, his broadsword.
So broadswords in this game are the equivalent of a rapier.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
I imagine Tessero pulling out this giant 4.5 foot long sword.
It's related for some reason. But yeah, it's like a Renaissance broadsword.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He's gonna let out a cry, jumping over the ledge onto this guy with his broadsword.
All right, that's enough to do him in. So the hobbit jumps down from. So after the elf slid into him and another bow shot into the quad, the hobbit kills yet another person.
Yeah, I think I stab into this guy's head with my sword. Land right off. I'm just hanging off. I'm hanging by his head on my sword.
You can't get the sword out.
I'm trying to put my sword out of his head right now. Can you guys help me for a second?
Well, I'll help here.
Gross me out a little bit. I can't believe I just did that.
The blood's running down the sword and your arms. Now you're getting all bloody.
Oh boy! Oh, I did not think this through.
He didn't bring enough
Oh well.